Do. Wee! Ah. The ad's bad today? Ugh. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out something. The message was kind of the gist of the whole thing I was trying to talk about, which is that you're here to process through, to eliminate, to dissolve the challenges in your life. Tom Kelly, he said it's the purpose is to triumph over your nature, which I didn't really like the wording of that, but he was saying in the same way that the way he'd explained it was he used the story of the frog and the scorpion, although he used a turtle, but frog and the scorpion, if you know that story, where there is a scorpion that approaches a frog at this river and says, "Hey, frog, do me a huge favor, carry me across the river." And this frog's like, "Are you kidding me? I'm not going to do that. You'll sting me." The scorpion's like, "Why would I do that? That would be crazy. If I sting you, then we'll both drown. I'm not an idiot." The frog goes, "Okay, that's a good point. Okay, get on my back." Swimming across the lake, and in the deepest part of the lake, scorpion stings the frog. And the frog's like, as he's starting to be paralyzed, goes, What? Why did you do that?" The scorpion said, "I'm a scorpion. It's my nature." Glug, 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 glug. And so, Tom Kelly's feeling of nature was that our purpose here as humans is to triumph over those natural impulses or instincts, the savagery or whatever it is, to reach our divine state. And I remember reading the passage that actually converted me to vegetarianism was one where Gandhi was talking about a very similar idea. He said, "There's nothing wrong with eating meat. Eating meat is absolutely within the law of nature. Tons of animals eat the flesh of other animals. That is absolutely natural. But we, as conscious human beings, we have this incredible free will. We have the ability to act not just according to our instincts and according to nature. We have the ability to choose an elevated, divine choice of love, of compassion. And so vegetarianism was one of the ways that Gandhi embraced that choice. And his life path, I think, was a demonstration of embracing it in many ways. And I think that, in that sense, the idea of triumphing over nature, or our nature, makes sense. What time is it? 1:34. Oh, yeah. If you have joined us since we started, welcome. So, what should I mention? So, yesterday was my birthday. Did I already say that 9 times? Yeah, I'm not one of those people that doesn't want anyone to know it's their birthday. I had a amazing birthday. I started my birthday at midnight on Sunday night at the Hug Deli at Lightning in a Bottle. And the Hug Deli, if you're not familiar with it, is one of my most favorite interactive installations, art pieces ever, because it's genius in its simplicity. Mikey, who created it, it looks like a lemonade stand, a big lemonade stand with a menu board with all these different types of hugs. It's got like bear hug, gangsta hug, long and comfortable hug, Beverly Hills air kiss hug, and then it's got side orders like nose rub, eyelash kiss, back scratch, and every hug costs 2 compliments, and every side order costs 1 compliment. And this is where it gets great. Mikey doesn't run the Hug Deli. Mikey puts aprons in the Hug Deli and says, anybody come work. Just, it's for you to work. And then anybody gets behind the counter, puts on an apron, and gets to start offering hugs, receiving compliments. So then both sides of the experience are people who are brought into the interactivity. And it's a great way to bring people into participation. You've got, like, people who are walking around as a spectator can so easily give a compliment. And it's a amazing experience when you see someone who kind of was like, do you want a hug? And they're like everything's two compliments, or what? And as maybe they give their first compliment, they go, I like your shirt. And you say, thank you. And then they kind of pause, and their second compliment is like, you have really kind eyes. And you're like, thank you. What kind of hug would you like? Long and comfortable is very uncomfortable today. And so I worked there a number of times, but on Sunday night, I missed the entire Bass Nectar set, which many people would argue, I guess, was the headliner of the show. But I spent the entire time just so happy working the Hug Deli. For a couple of reasons. One, because I just love giving hugs, and I've gotten kind of good at it. To be honest, when I started doing Hug Nation, I was a fine hugger, but I don't think I was an expert. But over the years, the reason was because Hug Nation, as a intention, as a broadcast, was never about hugging the physical act. It was about the concept of a hug, which in a hug, when it's done right, the me dissolves into a we, and the ego dissolves, and it is a single vibration, regardless of how many physical bodies are there. And so Hug Nation, as we do in this broadcast, is the same effort to let the me dissolve into the we, and so that we share a vibration, that our egos get out of the way, and we simply allow the connection to be what defines us. But over the years, since I developed a reputation as being the hug guy, I gave a lot of hugs. And I actually went to, Chris Luth does a hugging workshop that I went to. And of course, anyone that learns things about hugs wants to tell them to me. Right now, the very popular hug of the day is the heart hug, where you go in the opposite direction, so it's heart to heart. I like that. I don't think it's the right way to do it. I like all hugs, with the exception of the Beverly Hills air hug. And you'll have to go to the Hug Deli to get one. I'm not going to demonstrate it now. And so I was able to give tons and tons of hugs. And because of the way the compliment is set up, some people, a lot of people just said, I like your hair, I like your earrings. That's, you earn a hug easily that way. But a number of people also came by the booth who recognized me from a video or something that had touched them in some way. And then there was this super easy door for them to express their gratitude to something I'd done. And so having all of these amazing people open up and share gratitude, my heart was just overflowing. And I think that's one reason I just kept doing it, because I was so full. I just kept wanting to hug and share, and so it was really a magical few hours. And so because I was so energized, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to watch the sunrise on my birthday. Ended up finding some new and old friends that were hanging out on a blanket, and spent a few hours talking and cuddling, and then watched the sunrise, and then came home, got a quick nephew hug, and hugged my sister-in-law and thanked her for taking care of the kids so that my brother and I could have this just precious experience of having a weekend together. And then on the way home, Belicious said, I have us massages booked at 4:30. So, which is great because my body was so aching from this weekend, just walking constantly. And And then, so we had massages in the same room. And then when the massages were over, which were awesome, Massage Oasis in Kearney Mesa, I think. And so when they were done, they went out to let us change. And when they came back in the room, they ready? Like, not yet. Ready? Not yet. They came in. Brandy had given them a cupcake with a candle on it. So they came in with the cupcake. And Brandy said, let's sing. And so Brandy starts going, happy birthday. And their English was limited. So they would go, and that was magic. Then went home, changed, and went out to dinner with amazing friends. And got balloons and flowers and hugs and love and an amazing poem that I'm going to read right now from Sean Shine. I wish you a life complete with sprinkles and stars that never lose their twinkles, of passes backstage throughout old age and stories hidden in all your wrinkles. Every moment complete, deliberate, sure. Once facing a wall, now a door. Full of lucid dreams and beauty queens, open your eyes, there's so much more. A life danced freely under black lights in modified women's shirts and cut-up tights. Faded pink dye and chipped nail polish, cool golden mornings and hot sexy nights. Happy 41st birthday, John Halcyon Stin. Knowing you has been my win. Make a wish, receive this kiss. Live fully present and follow your bliss. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, Gonzo. I'm going to try to share some pictures from LIB at the happy hour hug later. And I don't know what else. We'll see. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts that they want to share? If they asked something earlier, I missed it because I was rambling. Maybe something that's going on that you're curious about? You know, the Elysium is canceled. I was very excited. This is a festival that had a new place. It didn't happen last year. Their location fell through. They had a new location. It's, I guess it's like 3 weeks away, and the location just backed out, which is a huge bummer. So if anyone, just Joe had mentioned that there is some river floating thing going on in Oregon, I think the same time, so we'll see. It's good to have you back, Closet Burner. Saraz, you're right. I'm sorry, I went back to the beginning. Not old, just experienced. Absolutely. Yeah, I just think life gets better and better. There are certain changes that happen with your body and your awareness, but man, I would not go back for anything. Well, I guess I would for maybe not. Maybe that's a bold statement, but I have no desire. People say, "Oh, if I could be 30 again," no way. 30 was great. 40 was better. All right. I'm going to go to the Hug Nation page and see if anyone answered the question of what's the best birthday gift you've ever got. Do a stop start here.